Hello, welcome to Falcon Quest, Birds of Prey. In this video, we're going to be talking about bird eggs. Let's start with the magnificent ostrich egg, the largest bird egg in the world. Nearly 3 pounds, holds almost 1/4 gallon of water. Glenn here with Falcon Quest, Birds of Prey. I'm holding an authentic ostrich egg, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about the ostrich egg and how totally awesome these eggs are, the birds, and what the Aboriginal people in Africa did with these wonderful eggs. You can see here at the bottom where they put a hole in the egg to get the contents out so it could be preserved. But the ostrich egg, let's talk about it for a little bit. Roughly, it is the equivalent of a dozen to 24 domestic chicken eggs, depending the size of the ostrich that laid the egg and the size of the egg itself. It will hold approximately 1/4 gallon of water. And I want to talk about that for a moment. How cool it is that the bush people of Africa and how they use the ostrich egg for survival. The huntsmen, what they would do is they would find an ostrich egg and they would strategically place this along their hunting paths. So when they were out in the hot part of the desert, maybe the Kalahari Desert, they would have these water canteens buried in the sand, ready to drink. Because after all, in one setting of water, this would totally quench your thirst, totally sustain you on the harsh African hunt. Here I am giving an example of what they would do. They would find a clutch of ostrich eggs. Of course, this is hazardous because they really protect their nest. But they would take the egg and they would have a tool. Maybe it would be like an arrow with for a bow, a little arrow with a stone tip on the end, and they would place that on top of the egg and they would rub their hands together like this on top of the egg to drill a hole on the top. Then they would fill the egg, well, they would take the contents out, then they would fill the egg with water and put a plug on the top of the egg, bury it below ground level. And they would have markers so they would know where they stored their eggs, and when they were on their journey, they would have water. Okay, so what I have done is I brought a nice cup of what would hold valuable water. And this would be wonderful if you're hot and you needed a drink, and you could drink this whole thing. That would really sustain you, keep you going during a hot day. Actually, today where I'm at, no joking aside, it is 101 degrees in the shade. It's very hot today in South Carolina. Anyway, I filled up my egg with water. So pretend now you're in the Kalahari Desert. Your mouth is dry, you can't swallow. You just need to get to the location where you have hidden your specially prepared ostrich eggs. You find your egg, you dig it up, and you pour your eggs water into there. Look at that, life-giving water. That's a full cup. A full cup. But we're not done yet. There's more life-giving water. Oh, but we're not done yet. There's even more precious life-giving water. Almost 3 complete glassfuls of water to survive in the desert. Now imagine you had a half a dozen of these buried in the sand. Life sustainability just from the clever ingenuity of using the ostrich egg. How cool is that? Besides the fact that the egg themselves throughout time have had a unique place in history. For many people would do carvings and etchings with ostrich eggs. Museums have specimens of ostrich eggs that have been carved. Sometimes they'll put a light underneath, and because of the different thicknesses of the shell that have been carved and etched on, the light would come through the ostrich egg, making them wonderful pieces of artwork that have been preserved through the ages. The wonderful ostrich egg. So here I am with the crow egg, and you can see how it has the modeling color within it. Let me get closer here so you can see it. See that mottled color for camouflage? The reason for that is because crows generally nest in trees, and when they're not incubating the eggs, sitting on the eggs, any predators that fly over the top can look down into the nest, so they're camouflaged. Unlike the egg of the great horned owl, which is a cavity nester, when they're not incubating the eggs, there's no need to have camouflage because you can't see it anyway. And also, what's interesting is the falcon. The falcons nest on cliff ledges, way high up on a cliff, just a flat ledge, and they will lay their eggs in a group. Simply no sticks or anything. The falcon's egg is shaped very similarly to this egg right here. Narrow on this end, wide on this end. And the reason for it is if the nest gets disturbed or if the clutch of eggs get disturbed, the eggs won't just roll and fall off of the cliff. The eggs will actually roll in a circle based on the design and shape of the egg itself. Here I am here with Percival, my ferret. Of course, we know that mammals don't lay eggs. Well, while I was obtaining my degree, my zoology degree, Bachelor of Science, I come to learn about the duck-billed platypus. Here is an exception to the rule. There is a mammal that actually lays eggs, not the ferret, but the duck-billed platypus does lay eggs. And what's interesting on top of that, they're the only mammal that's known to have venom. Isn't the creation that we have, this world that we have to enjoy, so awesome? So many things to experience and learn about. That's part of what Falcon Quest does. I bring you little sniglets of information, talking to you about the different animals. And if you like any aspect of this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the little bell, whatever you want to do, because every Thursday I try to upload more videos. Thank you, you take care, and be blessed.
You want to either fight me or you want to make babies with me. And I don't want to do either one. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see what happens the next time on Falcon Quest, Birds of Prey. You have to put that